Acrimonious relations across the continent, but Africa's premier competition at last has a home, for this year at least.
And let's get the reaction to that decision. Mohammed Kuteb is an Egyptian football journalist. Joins us now from Cairo. Good to have you on the program. I mean, how exactly are football fans feeling about AFCON coming to town?
Well, Egyptian fans are really excited to have the African Cup of Nations held in Egypt again after the last time it was held here in 2006. They believe that this could be a fresh start for Egypt to forget all what it has been going through in terms of football since the Port-Said incident in 2012. And they're looking forward to see a new era of Egyptian football in which fans could be allowed to enter freely to the stands after what has happened in Port-Said. Fans were not allowed to enter the stadium in the local domestic leagues games, and they were allowed only in the national team games, the World Cup qualifiers, and if one of the clubs reached the finals of the CAF Champions League. So obviously fans are excited that their country, out of nowhere, is going to host a world-class tournament in Egypt, seeing the great African players from around the world. Everyone here is excited. Everyone is looking forward for Egypt to host the Cup of Nations for the 5th time in history.
And then in the end, I mean, they're just comfortable winners, 16 votes to 1. Why is it that CAF bosses decided on Egypt, or there was such a big vote in favor of Egypt rather than South Africa?
I think what really made Egypt get this big margin was the support from the officials in Egypt. The government backed the Egyptian bid as much as they could. The South African bid was not really backed by the government. The government was reluctant to give CAF some guarantees, and they wanted a better deal. And I think obviously Egypt provided and presented to CAF a better deal in terms of revenues, ticket sales and all that. Also, President Ahmed spoke after the announcement, and he said that Egypt hasn't hosted the tournament since 2006, while South Africa has hosted the tournament in 2013. And it's healthy for the African Championship to move around the continent, and for CAF, its headquarters here in Cairo, so they're not going to move anywhere.
What's going to make this tournament different? I mean, talk to us about the Egyptian flavor. What can fans look forward to at AFCON 2019 in June?
Well, fans basically will look forward to get into the stands freely, finally, after 6 years of being deprived of that right. And also, they're going to be looking forward to watching the world-class players like Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, Sadio Mane playing in Egypt. Last time in 2006, there was Drogba, there was Samuel Eto'o, there was JJ Okocha and Nwankwo Kanu, and everyone enjoyed seeing those players here playing in Egypt. And also, they're going to be looking forward for Mo Salah and his colleagues to lift the trophy, to give Egypt the 8th trophy in the African Cup of Nations after the Egyptians reached the final in 2017 and they lost the finals to Cameroon, who were set to host this tournament and defend the title. But now they're going to be traveling to Egypt to defend the title against the Pharaohs themselves and all the other 23 teams who are participating for the first ever African Cup of Nations to be held with this number of teams.
All right, interesting times ahead. 5 months to kick off. Really appreciate those insights. Mohammed Kuteb, Egyptian football journalist in Cairo. Thank you very much. And of course, one man who knows all about pulling